Welcome back, guys, to another episode, another review, and another match day has passed by where we've seen some extraordinary football being played, extraordinary results, extraordinary matches. So, without wasting any more time, let's get into it.
Hello, people. I'm David,
I'm Travis, and we bring you the latest,
biased.
honest
Opinions on football news
reviews
and previews.
in football today. You're watching
The Gold Post.
What is going on in Manchester United? They have failed to sign almost all their top targets for the transfer window this year, except obviously Donny van de Beek, who's an exceptional player from Ajax, don't get me wrong, but he hasn't started any game and hasn't played more than 30 minutes or not even 15 minutes in any game. Besides Donny van de Beek, they have not signed anybody. They have brought back Dean Henderson from his loan spell at Sheffield, but besides that, no incoming players, especially when they had targets for the likes of Bale, Reguilon, Tellez. Talks are still going on, by the way, about Tellez. I think they're still fighting over an 18 million deal. I don't know why they're cribbing about 18 million, but
I think they just have a little disparity in their prices where Potter is asking a little more than what Manu are willing to pay. But I mean, come on, you need the players. And if you want the best, you gotta pay the money. And if Manchester United are willing to pay around 90 million for Jadon Sancho, which is an attacker, I mean, right now their attack is fine. There's no desperate need for change in the attack, but in the defense, yes, they need an immediate change because Man United defense is just not happening. And they needed to have transfers based on that, which they haven't, which is really surprising because, I mean, to be honest, it's not because we've seen United making their transfers these past seasons and it's been really, underwhelming. It's nothing great and it's showing in their performances now. They did sign Bruno, who did wonders for the team, but again, that was in attacking and the lacking defensive options yet again.
yeah. Uh, Another main target for them was Jadon Sancho, like you mentioned, and obviously talks are still going on. Apparently, they're going pretty hard for him towards the end of the transfer window. But I think that's a stupid move because why would you keep yourself on the back foot, especially make yourself a bit vulnerable and desperate towards the end of the transfer window? And because you're Manchester United, people are gonna and other clubs are gonna ask for way more than you would have to pay at the start of the window, maybe. So I think even the Dortmund director came out and said that they're quite surprised and bewildered by the way Manu have kind of like gone about business and the transfer window. And speaking about people coming out and talking about Manchester United, uh, did you watch Patrice Evras' heartfelt 20-minute rant about all the ongoings inside United?
Yes.
That was I felt bad watching it. It was such a sad video.
He's pulled out the big guns. He's pulled out the big guns, man. And I mean, Patrice Evra is a Man United legend, and for a legend of the club to speak of the club in such a way, it's pretty shocking and it's pretty sad if you're a Manchester United fan, which I mean, the two of us aren't, so we don't give a shit. But for any Manchester United fan out there, to see your club legend defaming your club this way and exposing its deep dark secrets, it's just not. You lose respect, you lose face in front of the other clubs, and United is a big club. It's a big name. It's got a huge history, and I mean they are a club in crisis right now, and Patrice Evra's rant just proved it.
Yeah, 100%. The underwhelming transfer window has definitely had an impact on Patrice Evra, who's just looking at his club fall down the ranks with performance, with motivation, with respect from other teams, as well as respect within their own club. I don't think that the club has gone about the business of bringing in their transfer targets in the best manner that they could have. Uh, I think they have a lot to learn from the likes of Bayern Munich and Chelsea. I think this year have worked as a unit with the help of Frank Lampard and Petr Cech, using Marina's bargaining powers. I think Manu could definitely pick a page of their books and learn something, because Patrice Evra did mention the fact that their primary uh, method and procedures involve lawyers and agents primarily, who only talk about money.
Hmm.
They don't talk about
Hmm.
the football philosophies that managers would talk about, and how they would fit into the team and how they would fit into the project or the future of the club, which I think Frank Lampard and Petr Cech have done incredibly well, and we heard that in all the newcomers interviews. So I think
Yeah.
The Dortmund director, I think he came out recently and he said he was quite bewildered by the way Man U have gone about business, and also mentioned the fact that uh, Jadon Sancho will not be leaving the club. And so he said, yes, someday he might leave for a new challenge, but right now he's happy at Borussia Dortmund, and Borussia Dortmund is happy to have him. He
Hmm.
is here and he will stay here. It was an important statement from the club because we have a certain responsibility. Without Jadon, this team is worse. So, why would they opt for that option of possibly losing out on Champions League football, losing out on trophies, and losing out on qualifications for just another fee, a 90-minute fee? So I think till they line up another winger, um, I don't think they're planning to sell Jadon Sancho this summer, and it's going to be a big blow to Man U's transfer targets and uh, possibly the entire season.
Yeah.
So
Yes, I.
yeah, so clearly this is affecting the atmosphere around Man United. We saw them draw against Brighton, or I mean not draw, they won the game, but after the
They won. They won
after the
barely.
final whistle. So I think now is a good time to get into that handball law. Everyone in the football world is talking about this.
Yes, we need to get. The Premier League has surprised all of us, I think, with this new rule that they've come up with, where I think, I'm not going to get into the specifics of the rule, but basically the rule means that if the ball touches your hand in the penalty box, the penalty is awarded. The entire concept about your intention, about your position, body position, none of that matters. If your hand is a little away from your body, it doesn't matter from where. We saw it in the Tottenham match where the ball hit Eric Dyer, I think, from behind. He was literally ahead, facing towards Newcastle's goal, and the ball was struck and it hit the behind of his hand from behind. So there was no possible way that Eric Dyer could have intentionally stopped the ball with his hand, and yet they were given a penalty. Manchester United, of course, with their post-final whistle penalty. Manchester City have conceded 3 penalties in one game against Leicester City with that ridiculous thrashing that Leicester has given Manchester City, which they need to rethink their entire defensive philosophy that they're implementing at the club right now. But Manchester City 3 penalties.
Yeah,
I don't know what's happening.
yeah,
It's
five
just
penalties.
David. What are your
Five
thoughts about
penalties
it?
in one match day. Have we ever seen this before? This is absolutely crazy. Uh, I was actually watching Monday Night Football today morning, and I found these projections, which are absolutely insane. For the last six Premier League
Hmm.
seasons, on an average, there have been about 100 penalties awarded in 380 games, and around on an average about 12 to 13 penalties for handball. For this season,
Hmm.
they are
Hmm.
projecting around 292 penalties being awarded, and out of which
Jeez.
88 for handball. The highest has ever been 19 for handball in a season, which is absolutely insane.
Projecting 88.
What? This is
Wow.
absolutely crazy. I think the officials are meeting though. I think they've met today, and I think they're going to meet in the coming weeks to talk about this, because obviously they have got this wrong. I think they're going to go back to what the rule was last season, because obviously ball to hand is a different story and hand to ball is a different story. There's completely different situations, and I think I
Hmm.
think the lawmakers need to sort this out. Bring in uh, ex players, retired players to kind of guide them with this, because they clearly have made a grave mistake, which is costing points to a lot of teams, especially the big teams who are struggling to cope with this the quarantine situation, without preseason situation,
Hmm.
injuries, and the big clubs are going to suffer a lot. And I don't know what's going to happen till they change these laws.
Anyways, an overview on, because we do not have a lot of time, so an overview on all the past Premier League matches. Everton
Oh my
again
god.
shown through with a win, with 3 wins in 3 games. James Rodriguez again the start of the show, creating chances like no other. I mean, that guy is made for the Premier League, and it's pretty evident that he is showing it.
Yeah, 100%. What about Diego Jota's debut goal to kill off Arsenal
Oh,
in that 3-1
jeez.
thrashing?
I mean, Arsenal kind of had it coming to them because they were gifted golden chances and they did not take it. That includes Aubameyang, no, not Aubameyang,
Lacazette.
Lacazette, Maitland-Niles, and they had so many of these chances which they just didn't. They didn't control the ball, they didn't shoot the ball, and against a team like Liverpool, if you miss a chance like how Lacazette did, you aren't gonna win, and that was pretty evident. Manchester City, haha, 5-2.
That was
Wow, David, what do you want to say on that one? What do you
I
want to
was
say?
watching the game with my dad, and we couldn't believe City were losing that badly, and especially the way they were losing. I think they were losing on counter attacks. They were making horrendous mistakes. They couldn't break Leicester's press. They couldn't break their structure, their defensive transitions. They just looked lost. I think
Hmm.
De Bruyne was the only player who was trying to take the game on, try to find space, try to create chances, and it just wasn't working out for them without.
I think the lack of having Aguero and Jesus really showed in that
Yeah,
game.
I was just gonna say, without having a natural striker in that team is really costing them. Not only that, but the fact that they don't have about 4 to 5 main first team players who are either injured or quarantined
Hmm.
is really working against them right now.
Moving on, that is it from us for our Premier League. To talk about the La Liga, Real Madrid drew their first
Oh
match,
yeah,
and they won their second match with a very controversial penalty. Atletico Madrid banging 6-1 against
and who
Granada.
is the scorer?
Diego Costa, Luis Suarez comes in at the 70th minute, scores 2 goals and assists one. David, do you think Barcelona made a mistake by letting Luis Suarez go off for
I
free?
think they made a mistake by selling him off for free, and I think they made a mistake by selling him to your rival club. Um, Obviously, at some
Hmm.
point he's going to be playing Barcelona, and he's not going to hold back, is he? He's a true professional. He's not going to hold back.
No. Yes, and
He's going to bring the heat.
Suarez knows all the loopholes in the Barcelona's
Who better
defense.
than Suarez? Who better than Suarez?
It's hard to see Barcelona legend like Suarez. I'm gonna call him a legend because that is what he is, and that is what he's done for the club. A Barcelona legend performing at his highest standard at Atletico, and it's gonna be interesting to watch how he plays against Barcelona.
That farewell message to Suarez really teared me up. It was crazy to even see him shoot his shots at the Barcelona club. He said it'll be strange to see you in another shirt, and even more to face you. You deserve to leave like the man you are, one of the most important players in the club's history, achieving important things both as a group and individually, and not to get kicked out like they did to you. But the truth is, at this point, nothing
Ouch.
surprises me. Eesh, that's got.
That is a big statement by Lionel Messi, and that is just gonna get worse because Messi is in a tug of war battle with the Barcelona board, and Messi has all the fans on his side. He's got the dressing room on his side, and the board is on the other, and it's just going to be a to and fro battle until the board is disbarred and disbanded. And the vote of no confidence, now we have got new reports saying that the vote of no confidence has been has been altered, and there have been some fake signatures, and that's how they reached their desired sign-in limit. And that's just a lot of political stuff that's going on at Barcelona. But speaking about the players in itself, Coutinho rejuvenated in his form. He's playing at the role that he's meant to be, and the one where he succeeded in Bayern. Griezmann, although he is not really gotten into his stride yet, but he is playing as a striker, rotating striker with Messi. Pjanic makes his debut. We've got Messi and Pjanic as free kick takers, two of the best free kick takers in the game as of now. One from the left, one from the right. How dangerous do you think that is, David?
I think Barcelona, besides the fact that they have lost a couple of players in this window, I think they have an exceptional squad. I think they could improve their squad depth because obviously they're going to be fighting in various competitions, so they're going to need the depth in the squad to be able to field the kind of players and the kind of team they want to win, to go on and win and at least reach the top stages of this competition. So I think they have exceptional talent. I think no one is doubting that. No one is doubting the fact that they have the players, uh, the quality of players to win the league. I think they got to sustain it because injuries uh,
Hmm.
are commonplace in this time of the season and in this time in life because of
Hopefully,
coronavirus.
hopefully Usman Dembele finds his form again, and hopefully he can keep, because as of now Ansu Fati has taken his place, because Ansu Fati is the starter and Dembele isn't. And I remember us paying 120 million for Dembele. So
Yeah.
let's see. There's so many memes like Barcelona spent around 400 million trying to replace Neymar, and they replaced him with an academy graduate who's 17 years old. So I mean, to talk about all that stuff, it's just crazy that Barcelona has immense amount of talent, but I think just managing those superstars, all of them are superstars, managing them in one team. I think Koeman has got a big job on his hands. He has to manage the team and keep the board happy and keep the fans happy, because any one of them, it's like a tripod,
Yeah.
right? Koeman is on top, and he's got three legs to stand on: the board, the players, and the fans. He needs to keep all of them balanced. If one of them is shaken up, then the two other two will fall, and that is what Koeman. That's what he said in a recent interview, that he realized only recently that the job is much harder than it seemed from the outside, and he's got a real challenge on his hands. So, anyways, that is Barcelona. We've got Atleti, we've got Real Madrid, and they're in a fierce battle. I mean, La Liga is belongs to the three teams, and the Premier League, well, I think it's open play right now as of now. I mean, Liverpool are pretty much ahead, but it's open play. I
Yeah,
mean,
it's
anything's
just match
possible.
23 and there's a lot of games to play, so there are a lot of competitions to play. Anyway, this is the end of the podcast. Thank you all so much for joining in and tuning in.
Yes.
We hope to see you guys next week. If you are new to the channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button, turn on post notifications so you never miss a video, and don't forget to like the video. If you enjoy the content, drop your hate comments down below. I'll be looking forward to reading them. And yeah, thanks for watching.
Yeah, we accept all kinds of criticism, guys. Just bring it on.
Yep. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. See you guys
Thanks for
next time.
watching. This is the goalpost.